What's up, guys? It's Friday, August 8th. I'm in Vegas for UFC Fight Night tomorrow, but today I wanted to get a new episode out to you guys. Brought to you by Total Wireless, the official wireless provider of UFC. They're in your corner with unlimited 5G data that will not slow you down. I wanted to bring this episode because I saw yesterday, or a couple days ago, a fight announcement for Charles Oliveira versus Rafael Fiziev. And immediately, I got excited, right? Because anytime Do Bronx fights, I get excited. The world gets excited. It's fun. But then you start to digest the idea that Charles Oliveira last month got knocked out bad by Ilia Topuria. And everybody likes Charles Oliveira. We all do. He's a nice guy. He's a tremendous fighter. He has done so many great, fun things. But then you wonder, why so soon? That was my thought once I calmed down from the excitement of, oh my goodness, Charles Oliveira's fighting again against Rafael Fiziev. It's going to be a barn burner because both of these guys are great strikers. And also it's Charles Oliveira dropping the ladder, per se, for a guy that's behind him to have an opportunity. I don't know if we can even really consider Fiziev like a guy behind him anymore because he's fought Gaethje twice. He's been in there with some high level guys and experienced guys, so he may be more of just one of the guys now. But I thought to myself, why so soon for Do Bronx? I get that it's in Rio, but October 11th is when Charles will fight against Fiziev. Charles got knocked out at International Fight Week by Ilia Topuria. Bad. It will be like 3 months from that knockout to when he steps back into the octagon to fight again. For me, that's scary because I remember one of our great champions, Alexander Volkanovski, taking a fight against Islam, getting knocked out, rushing back October, November, December, January to fight Ilia. Ilia knocks him out. It's very different, the approach that fighters take to when they want to return after suffering a knockout like this. I understand for Do Bronx, it's about getting the fight in Brazil. It's about going back to Rio. It's been a while. It will be a year and a half since the UFC's gone to Brazil. They need the biggest star from Brazil to main event the card. I get all of that. But the wonder for me is when the people around Charles get the call that they want him to fight, then why not go to Charles and go, hey, it might be a little too soon. We have seen this happen before, and in most cases, it doesn't end well for the guy, i.e., Volkanovski, and so many others. You have the guy that wants to rush back because they feel that they have to prove I'm still me and I want to get back in the octagon. I got to get back to doing what I do. But there are other cases where guys take the correct time. When you get knocked out like that, you should take a little bit of time before you go back into the octagon. I remember 2017, I fought Jon Jones. I got knocked out in Anaheim. That was in July. I think that was July, or maybe it was after Stipe. I got a fight offer right after, and I just said, "Nah, I need to let my brain heal. I've got to let my mind settle after going out like that." I knew that for me to go back and fight that soon, it would not have gone well. So I waited to make sure that I was healthy and my brain was back okay before I stepped back into the octagon. Justin Gaethje did the same thing. Justin Gaethje got knocked out by Max Holloway. We didn't see JG until March. He took almost a full year off. And he is about as tough a man as there is in the world. Justin Gaethje will fight time and time again, but he recognized, I need time. Louis just sent me this text. Charles said that the reason he got knocked out was because he was showing off against Ilia, trying to move forward. He wanted to prove he could go forward. Yeah, that's not. I don't know. I don't know if that's why. I think he went forward because that's how he fights. It's just the truth. You don't go in there with a guy that's as dangerous as Ilia Topuria and decide I'm going to do something different. He went forward because against all the biggest punchers in the division, he went forward. He walked down Justin Gaethje. He walked down Dustin Poirier. He walked down Michael Chandler. He walked down everybody. That's why he's been so fun to watch over the course of this run that he's been on recently. That's why. It wasn't because, fighters, we make up reasons as to why things happened. Reasons that at times are made up to just settle us and reassure us, oh, you're fine. Because people are sensitive. No one more than fighters. Because we have a idea of ourselves as fighters the same as you, the general public, have of the fighter. You imagine he's a very tough guy, big, strong, can pretty much get through anything. It's exactly how the fighter views himself. So when that dynamic shifts, when you are proven that there's just someone that's better, even if it's just for a night, you start to find reasons or try to explain away why it happened. It's not why. You just got. But at the end of the day, it doesn't mean you should rush back to try to do it again because there's reason. And this is not just me talking, right? Renato Moicano said, why on earth did Charles accept this fight? The fight saves UFC Rio, but it doesn't really help Charles and it could destroy his career. It's not an important mission, but a very difficult one. This is Renato Moicano. And honestly, Chael agree with me that we think it's just fast to rush back and fight. But who are we to tell Charles Oliveira what to do, right? Charles is one of the most popular guys on the roster. Charles is one of the best fighters on the roster. Charles is one of the toughest guys in the world. I respect Charles Oliveira tremendously. I think he's amazing. And I think that's probably why I have these questions. Because even from afar, whereas you might not have a great relationship with someone, they might not be one of your best friends, you almost feel like you know Charles. And because you feel like you know Charles, you feel like you care about Charles. There are certain athletes that we build a connection to as fans that you care about them and their well-being. And Charles Oliveira fighting in 3 months after that knockout, to me, just does not seem like the best decision. And I always wonder about the team that's around them when people make decisions like that. Because the fighter's always going to fight. That's what he does. He's a fighter. You tell Charles, meet some guy on the corner to fight him, he'll fight him. Charles, you got to fight October 11th, he'll fight him. But where's the guy, that goes, hey, Diego Lima goes, hey, Charles, not quite yet. Or the manager, not quite yet. Especially when Charles has made a boatload of money now. He's done really well in his career. He's established. He's going into the Hall of Fame. He's one of the greats. And I just don't want to see something crazy happen again that we saw happen last time. Because remember, guys, when Charles was the champ, he got knocked down a lot. He got hit and hurt a lot. But he was always able to get up and continue to fight. Against Topuria, he was like knocked out before he even hit the ground. That's how bad of a knockout it was. So to see him back in three months, it's concerning. But I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch Charles Oliveira fight because that's what I do. I'm excited because Charles Oliveira is fighting. I'm the same as you, but I think we're all gonna go in there watching with a little bit of a concern, like, oh man, let's see how he gets through this. I've spoken to people, right, from the Fiziev side, where they say, I can't believe he's taking this fight. When we got offered the fight as a team, we said, sure, we'll do it, but we can't imagine Charles would. But again, Charles has. And now we have a fight. We have a fight with one of the greatest fighters we've seen in a real long time. And then Luis just texted me, man, Charles is my guy. I think most people feel like that about Du Bronx. But again, it just gives me these memories of Volk. Now, if Charles proves us wrong, good for Charles. But I think it's very, very fast for him to be stepping back to the octagon, especially with a guy like Rafael Fiziev, who's so dangerous, so explosive, and has a full training camp. Fighters, I would encourage you, if you get knocked out, take some time going forward. I hope this isn't like I don't have to look back at this 3 months from now and go, oh, it happened to Charles. But Shit is very scary. Your body needs to recharge when that button gets pressed. You need some time off. John knocked me out in July 2017. I didn't go back into that octagon until 2018 and end of January. I knew that I needed months and months and months of nothing. I didn't get punched in the face for months after I got knocked out because I knew that I needed to try to save this because there's like another part of life after fighting. So we'll see. Guys, enjoy your weekend. I appreciate your love and support as always. Until next time, like, subscribe, and tell your friends about my YouTube channel. I'll catch you guys next week. UFC 319 from Chicago goes down. Big time check-ins. DDP, Hamzat Chimaev, Aaron Pico, and so much more. And I got another appearance at Total Wireless in Chicago. Make sure you guys come see me. Until next time, peace.